Appreciate
Yes,
you.
welcome everybody. I think it's about to be a very interesting, With me, it's kind of double-sided because I got dual citizenship. I'm both American and Nigerian.
Right.
So like, I understand both cultures. Like, I grew up with both cultures. I was the only child of my parents that actually lived in Nigeria with my parents. My brothers and sisters, they was all in London, America.
Wow.
I would only travel, like during like breaks from school.
Right.
Breaks from school, like travel, holidays, summer holidays. So like every time I was over there, I understand the culture, and like me, I grew up listening to hip hop. Like I grew up listening to like Eminem, 50 Cent, Ludacris type stuff. Because every summer I'd go to America. I'm like, yo, what's the new song? What's the new artist? Blah blah blah.
Right.
And then I go home. It's the same thing. So I love both sides of the music. But I think it took it took one trip. I took one trip to Nigeria in December of 2009 or 2010. I can't remember.
Uh-huh.
And then the entertainment scene was crazy.
Right.
The entertainment scene in Nigeria was like crazy. So I came back home. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, what I'm saying? I saw it grow, and I was like, man, I really love to do African music. So I just really started listening to more African music. P Square, The Bunch, Two Fish, Style Plus, Face, like a lot. And then I just started loving African music, and I bought my own equipment. I just started producing, making African beats, and it just happened. I mean, I don't think you can really describe it with a sound, because like Afrobeat is really, started with like Fela. Fela started Afrobeats. He's the originator of Afrobeats. So when like in the UK, when they were looking for a genre to put us under, what I'm saying, I think they chose Afrobeats as the genre. Right. But a lot of songs that we listen to, like for example, like a Wande Cole song or Fireboy song, R&B.
Right.
Would you really say that's Afrobeats? But it's not really Afrobeats, but we've been put under as a genre as Afrobeats. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really where people have to understand that it's kind of two different kind of meanings. It wasn't really like, I want to go like rebel and do my own thing. It wasn't really that. I was just in love with music. It was just, I couldn't concentrate doing anything else. You know what I'm saying? I was slacking in school. I was slacking in a lot of other things that, I was meant to be focusing on doing, that it was just music. And it's just like, I had to kind of fight for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just what I just knew that I was destined to do. You know what I'm saying? I came back to America, and then I went to school. I first went to school in Tennessee. That was the first.
Okay.
Yeah, the first place I went to was Tennessee.
Okay.
Then it was weird. It was like I couldn't stay there, so I got moved to HBCU in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama. This college called Oakwood University.
That's right.
So that's where like I bought my first equipment, and I started recording in the dorm. Right. And that's really where like I was like, you know what, this one. I went to college at 15. I went to college very, very young, because in Nigeria, you graduate early. I said you do. Everybody goes to college like 16, but I was young. I went to college 15. I was turning 16 that fall, so I was in college really young. So
right.
At that, like 15, 16, I knew, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it here. Like, I want to go back home and do music. So that's how I just went back home and I started. The first time I even ever saw like a mini studio or like any type of equipment, I was outside the dorm, and like the guy that stays above my room, he used to do like gospel music.
Okay.
So like I was used to hear like upstairs, boom, 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 boom. I was like, yo, let me go upstairs and check this guy out. So I went there, I knocked the door, blah, blah, blah. He opened the door and I seen the equipment. I'm like, what's going on here? So I went in the room. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, you can record music like without being in like a big studio. Right. He's like, yeah, you just buy a laptop. You know what I'm saying? You get your mic, you get your sound card, and you get your what you call it, your software to record on, obviously. And like the next day or the day after, he took me to the store. I bought all the equipment. And then it was lit. And then from there, I started watching YouTube videos on how to record, how to like at least record to make it sound good at least before you send it on to get mixed and mastered. And then from there, just started learning. And like I was saying, as I was learning music, how to record, I was slacking in other things. You know what I'm saying? So like, the music took over me and everything. So it was just like, this is what I want to do. Like in the beginning of my career, like early stages of my career, it was really like almost a one-man band. That's like my first recording, like my first single. I made the beats. You know what I'm saying? I recorded the song myself. You know, my second single, Davido, I co-produced it. I mixed and mastered Davido myself.
Oh, damn, so, you did it. Okay.
Yeah, so like when I was getting bigger, you know, I was going on tour, so it was like I kind of knew like I couldn't do everything myself because like everything was getting bigger. So like I mean, I have like producers that I work with, like now, like a range of them. I have songwriters that I work with, co-write songs with range of them. I have engineers that I work with now because I believe in a collective effort right now. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's real.
You know, for a while, I was producing a lot of my own stuff, but now I really just sit back and you know, learn from young minds, learn from even like these new producers that are way younger than me right now. I'm even learning a lot from them. So it's just, you know, it's just crazy. Like obviously, like I'm not a fool. Like when my dad told me like, oh, you gotta be in school. Honestly, I wasn't gonna leave school unless I blew. Like I was sure, like, it's lit. Type, you know what I'm saying? So like I was in school. I came back home. I was in school, Bangkok University. I was there for like 2 years. I was there straight for like 7 months straight, and like it's outside the city. It's like outside the city. So I made sure I was like, my friend had to tell me and call me like, yo, it's lit, boy. They played the song in the club last night. Everybody went crazy. I said, bet, I'm out. So that's really how. But honestly, I blew up and I went back to school and I got my degree. Business management / music. The business side of everything is important. Like I said, like music's 30%. Music is 30-40%.
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying? The business side, obviously, is something that you have to, you know. Honestly, I don't want to be like, oh, don't go to school or it's bad, but I don't want to be like, oh, you have to go to school to be able to handle business and music. I know a lot of people that haven't finished school that, you know, that even more, you know, they're killing it in the business side of things. So I wouldn't say, but with me, I said it did help me. Just, you know, just to concentrate and just, you know, just sometimes in life you just have to sacrifice. It was something that I had to do for my father. Like, look, I'll let you do this music, but just finish school. So that was my own term, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For somebody else, it might be different. Now, a lot of people don't have the opportunity to go to school, so I came to say, go to school, you know what I'm saying? No cap, that was the deal. I was like, you want me to go to school? All right, man, let's make a deal. So, so he gave me like the best studio in Lagos at that time. So, and honestly, I benefited a lot of that studio. I recorded my first album studio in that studio. I met a lot of artists, a lot of big artists that were way bigger than me at that time. They came around in that studio. So the studio did a lot for me. I wouldn't even lie, it did a lot for me. Now the deal was I go to school straight for 2 weeks. So if I go to school Monday, I stay 1 week. Then the next weekend, I get to come home. Like I said, I mentioned some names before. Like shout out to Don Jazzy and the Bands. Like those are like the first people like me like coming from Atlanta and just hanging around them. Honestly, those were like the first people to inspire me to want to do like African music because like them boys did that shit. Like they did it. Like, my bad for cursing, but them boys did it. You know what I'm saying? Like they took it on another level. Like I remember seeing them with Jay-Z and Kanye in a room. I was like, what? Wow. Like African music, you know what I'm saying? Seeing that, being African in college and seeing that and showing my friends like, yo, these are African musicians. Look at them, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? That it made them take, you know, the whole thing more serious. So of course they had a lot to do with me, you know, wanting to do music. Of course, my father, of course, is a mentor. You know, You know, but apart from that, you know what I'm saying, I learned a lot from myself. I learned a lot from experiences that I experienced, you know, coming in the industry. I've been through a lot. You know, before getting here. So, you know, it's just life. I think life has been like a crazy experience for me to just use as, you know. But I won't say like, apart from the people I've just named and a couple other people, of course, like the musicians I named earlier, P Square, Two Face, they're a lot. But when I say like the people I hung around that made me like want to do it was, you know, Mohits, you know, because I was in their house as a kid, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
African music has been loved for time, but you know what I'm saying? I just feel like now we're getting like the exposure, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now we're getting to do late night shows. Right. Now we got billboards in Times Square, we're on the radio, we're getting booked for festivals, you know what I'm saying? So there are a couple of things that make it look like it's new, but it's not new. African music has been loved since King Sunny Ade, since Fela, since time. Like these legends have been signing international contracts way before even when we just signed. We are like a couple years back, and everybody thought it was like the first time. But you know, it's been happening. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, it's always been here, but I just feel like it's just now that we've gotten that recognition. So everybody like thinks it's new, but nah, it's been here for time. Me and Chris just had a mutual friend, and he just called me like, yo, I have a song called Assurance with Chris Love it. So Chris was like, yo, Chris dancing to Assurance in the living room. He loved it. I was like, yo, what's up? Give me his number. And I called him the same day, and we just linked up from there. And you know, I really think it's important for people you collaborate to be your friends. Like,
right.
I feel like the vibe has to be right. Like, I hung out with Chris for almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks before we even shot a video or, you know, did any record. You know what I'm saying? With Summer Walker, I had been in the studio with her man, London, on the track for like since time. I've known him since when I've known Thug since time. But Lil Baby, I met Lil Baby when he first got out of jail, before he started rapping, before he got in the studio. Like I said, the experience has been like a great lesson. So like even with me, like I've made songs with people in the past where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, the label hooked it up, but if it's not, you know what I'm saying? If it's not natural, if it's not something that you know, that I can see a future with, go on tour. Like me and Chris, we went on tour together. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's so much more than the music. You feel me? There was never a time. Because I'm a warrior. So like, there was never a time where it was like, oh, I'm quitting. But like, I did have a lot of like, in the beginning, I did have a lot of challenges because of my background and where I come from. You know, so a lot of people just, oh, his dad has money. You know, so I paid all the blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But I just kept on winning. I'm like, I just kept on winning, you know what I'm saying? It just got to a point where it's like, you know, he's just blessed and he's good at what he does. You know what I'm saying? It took a while for people to accept because of my background. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, I wouldn't say I wanted to stop. It was just like, man, like this is kind of too much. But, you know, like I said, like the music, you get in the studio, you hear the music, and you just get inspired again. Like, you know what? Let's go. Now ain't nobody stopping me. You know, and looking back at my career, I'm like, what? Imagine if I stopped. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. And it's just motivation to a lot of other people. It's just like, you can't really stop. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people that blew up I'm 27 years old. You know what I'm saying? I started when I was 17. My first song was 17. Yeah. So it's like, I've seen a lot of people struggle, and blow up at a late age where I'm like, I feel so, where I'm like, I don't think I could have hustled and, you know, grinded for so long. Right. But I've seen it happen, and happen crazy. And when it does happen, you look at those people and you're like, what if this person quit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with me, it's just, I blew up at a young age, so I'm just grateful. So like every time I'm just grateful. So when I see other people like grinding, I always want to give a helping hand. I always want to, you know what I'm saying, give them a platform. Because I know that, because I know that, you know what I'm saying, my platform. Yeah. Because I listen to songs, I'm like, huh, if I sang this song, this song will be the biggest song in the country right now. Like a lot of songs that I hear, or if I get on this song, or if I put this person on my platform, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It will change the person's story. You know, it just shows you that, you know what I'm saying? You just sometimes just need that extra push or need that extra person to motivate you. A lot of my artists that are big now, they was like about to give up when I came through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when they see it now, like boom, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Just know that. You know, and even with me, like I'm getting old. Like I've been in the game 10 years. Like you know what I'm saying?
You're
like,
still young. It's still fresh.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
in a couple, maybe in 10 years, it's gonna be my boys that signed. They're gonna be killing, and I'm just gonna be sitting, chilling in my chilling. Yeah, I got about 5 artists: Peruzzi, Mayoko, Dremo, Ido West. The list goes on.
Yeah.
Yonda. It's a lot of us. Ichaba, Lil Frosh.
Yeah.
Equal. It's weird. It's never really like we're doing like send your songs in I want to listen to. It's just always natural. Like with Mayoko, I met Mayoko on Twitter randomly.
Wow.
Peruzzi, I met Peruzzi. I had a friend that used to like drive me around in Atlanta, and he just played the song randomly. He was taking me to the mall. He just played the song. I was like, "Who's this?" And that's how I met him. I DM'd him. Dremo, I met him through a friend. So it's never really like there's no really like it's never really a process. It just happens naturally. The pandemic hit me so bad because I was on tour, bro.
Yeah.
I was on the AGT tour. I had done like how many shows? I did like 5. We did 6 shows, like sold out, crazy. We lit. The next show is Toronto. It's about to be lit.
Right.
I just wake up in the middle of the night, check my email. Tour canceled. I said, what? Bruh. In my life, I would never have thought this pandemic would have really hit this generation. Like, it stopped the whole world. So like with live shows, like a couple weeks ago, we this company in Nigeria organized like a live stream. It was kind of like a test run, like a live stream,
right.
kind of like concert. And then I see some people doing like the drive-through concerts.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I don't know, but we're gonna see how we can see how we can work it out. Cause the best thing about being a musician is having to perform for the people you make the music for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I knew that. That's when I was like, yo, we gotta go on my live. I was like, they're gonna ask me so much questions. But I want to just let everybody know that the album is done. Just know that it's done. And I'll let them know when I'm dropping it. It might be this year, it might be tomorrow, it might be next year, it might be 2 years, it might be never. I mean, like I said, like it's a lot of things that complements an artist. You know what I'm saying? There's one word I use. I always say, you rush in, you rush out. You know what I'm saying? Rome was not built in a day. That's one. You have to be very hardworking and very loyal, because what you don't understand, when you're hardworking and you're loyal to the people that are working for you, they tend to leave the fact that, and I don't know why a lot of people don't understand it, they tend to leave the fact that, okay, we understand that we're all making money together, but when everybody's working so hard, you put so much hard work into it, it becomes not about the money anymore. It becomes about the hard work and the stress and the late nights, you know what I'm saying, in the studio, the times backstage when we're sick and we know we have to deliver, we have to perform. So it becomes, you have to love yourself as an artist, do you understand? To make sure that, you know what I'm saying, everything just goes smoothly. Nothing will go smoothly, that's impossible, but hard work, loyalty, and there's work with people. Do you understand?
Right.
Some people like just, I want to do everything myself. You can't do everything yourself. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Get in the studio with multiple producers. You know what I'm saying? Know the kind of sound that fits you. Know the kind of sound that fits you, that you know, look, I can deliver this type of record. A lot of records they bring to me, I'm like, look, I can't deliver this record. I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Know your sound, stick to it. And that is it. There's nothing, like I said, there's no manual for this. There's no manual. There's no real manual for success. It's just really the basics. You know what I'm saying? So just keep doing it. I don't know, man. Like I say, like every time, like somebody asked me this question, like, at what point in life did I know that I made it? I was like, there's never really a point in life, because every time you think you've made it, there's always something greater. You know what I'm saying? I just want to keep making music and just spread this culture around the world. You know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna change life. I know it's gonna be bigger than it is now. Whatever God has planned for me, I know it's gonna be huge. But I just want to keep making music and just spread the culture and just explode this culture and just, you know what I'm saying? Just set my name in stone. Set my name in stone.
Too exclusive TV.